One of the things that I need to remember, one of the things that I've learned is in order to go from point A to point B, we're going to have to change. We're going to have to let go of what we were, who we were at point A, in order to open ourselves up to become who we are, who we're supposed to be on point B. This is one of the things that I'm having a hard time with right now, is letting go of all these attachments to who I used to be. You know, people have said to me, you know, why are you having a hard time? You're this motivating guy. You're the motivator. You're the outgoing guy. You're the positive guy. But that's the guy I was, 2 years ago at the beginning of this new transformation of life. And I am in some aspects that person, but in order to stay that person, it's not possible because I'm on a different journey than I was to get to where I was back then. I was post first surgery, post wife having cancer, and into that transitional phase when things were okay, I changed who I was. I changed my thought pattern, the way I looked at things. And it's because things were getting better and I was getting in more in shape and all that stuff and coaching, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But I came to a new crossroads where I could no longer be that person physically. And it's been problematic for me. I'm not really able to move in the direction that I want to because I keep thinking about who I was at point A, at the end of that journey where before my hip went bad, I was this person. But now I'm on this different journey, finding myself in really strange waters so that I'm not used to. I'm not used to dealing with this stuff. And subconsciously, I'm holding on to that point where I was active, where I was kicking this world's ass. Now I'm forced on this journey that I never wanted to go on. And now I find myself doubting a lot of different things. And I guess on some level, it's it's normal. I'm told this is normal. This is a normal process to becoming who you are. And something I listened to today is about depression, and depression is you're holding back something to become something else. And that's what I've been doing. One of the analogies that I used to talk about a lot with people in the realm of fitness generally, or just basically basic mindset alteration is what I would say is start in point A in your backyard. Put a bunch of stuff in your yard. Obstacles, lawn chairs, grill. Put a bunch of things in your way. And choose a point on the other side of that yard and try to get there while looking at point A, where you're coming from. Obviously, you're going to trip over things. You're going to fall. You're not going to navigate the obstacles the way you know you should or know you could, the most optimal way, right? And the second part of that analogy is look through a scope at that point that you want to be on the other side of the yard. Same thing's going to happen. You're going to be too focused on where you want to go that you're not worrying about what's going on right now, right this minute. You're tripping over these obstacles and you're not navigating. You're not learning from them. And you keep falling over these, and the odds of you ever reaching that point B in either scenario is not going to happen. And I think that's what I've been doing. I've been looking back at point A, at the person I was, and I really enjoyed being that person, but I'm not. Because I'm not sure where my point B is. I'm not sure where my point B is. And so all these obstacles that I have, they're not getting negotiated properly. They're messing with my head. They're messing with who I am. Because I don't really have a spot at point B that I'm focusing towards. And I keep looking over my shoulder at point A. And ultimately, even before this new journey that I'm on is, I was just focusing on being happy. I was inviting goodness into my heart. And this is one of the things that I'm really struggling with now is I keep inviting these negative attitudes, these negative ideologies into my head, and it's fucking me up. It's making life harder for me. I'm not negotiating things very well. Sometimes I shut down. Though I still say highly motivated, but maybe that's part of the mask that I'm using instead of dealing with the problems that I need to deal with. I'm masking dealing with this with activities, with animation, with lifting weights, with swimming laps, even though swimming laps has done amazing things for me. It really helped relieve a lot of my weight on my head. But I'm still not dealing with what I need to deal with. Because I'm going to tell you, it's really hard going through this part of my life. I'm not designed to be like this, to be locked in my home every day, especially in winter. The cold creates so much more pain. I'm not designed this way. But that's part of the psychological transformation that I need to make in myself. Again, looking back at point A, where I was. I really just need to let go, and I hate to, and it makes sense. It makes sense. It's so stupid that I'm thinking about this, I guess, but it makes sense that, like in the Star Wars movie, the first one, and Luke's holding on to what, he's been told his whole life. He's going through that trench and he's supposed to shoot these torpedoes down this little hole to destroy the Death Star. And then you hear Obi-Wan say, let go. Let go of everything. And that's what I need to do. I need to let go of who I was. I need to let go of that to become the person that I'm supposed to be now. And I know it's not going to be easy. But I'm reverting back to my wife's post-cancer and post my very first hip surgery. I'm going back to those math equations that I used to build myself stronger mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm going back to that guy. I'm doing the things I used to do then. Though the journey's got to be different. The ideologies and the simple tools I use to change my mindset is going to help me get back to where I want to be. I have to do this. I have to do this 100% for myself, because if I let this continue the way it is, I'm going to destroy myself. But also I need to do it for my wife. My wife is my fucking hero. And the shit she's gone through, the shit she's endured, amazes me that she's so well put together as she is. Even though she does have hard times, to me, she's my fucking hero. And also for my kids. I need to do this for Cecilia and for Sully, because they are my purpose. They are my everything. I have to be a great role model for them. And I try my best to stuff this feelings down when I'm around them, but I'm not always on point with that. And I could try harder. I could do better. I could do better. And I love them all with all my heart. And so I need to stop looking over my shoulder at point A, so I could get an idea of where I want to go, where my point B is going to be. And really focus on right now, like I used to do, to create my better world, to create a better life, to create my own happiness, and to share my meaning of life. I'm done.